Hey, what's up, guys? I think about a year and a half ago, I made friends with an eBay seller. And it turned out the eBay seller was from my town. Well, actually, not far from where I live on Long Island. And so he was selling a lot of stuff, and he didn't know what his antiques were. So I felt sorry for him. So what I did was I actually wrote like through eBay messages, and I was telling him that you have very valuable things, and you really need to raise your prices because people are going to take advantage of you. So what happened was he was really thankful. So he had over 100 items. He told me that a family member of his had a storage unit and passed away, and that all his other family members didn't want the stuff in the storage unit. So he was just unloading it on eBay. So we were talking on the phone and we became friends. And it turns out he had things that I loved, and wanted to add to my collection. He had, oh my goodness, he had things that were worth thousands of dollars. He had Baccarat glass boxes from the 1800s. He had Bohemian glass casket boxes. He had like all sorts of things. And so, out of the kindness of his heart, he gave me thousands of dollars worth of items for free. Now, I never asked him for one penny for my consultation, for telling him what his items were, but I ended up getting him over $15,000 for one of his items by giving him, a consultation. He ended up finding out that he had a Cartier 1920s pocket watch with platinum, and it was platinum, and it was worth quite a bit of money, and it had real diamonds, mine cut diamonds in it. So he ended up getting for that one item like 15 grand. So as a thank you, he gave me a cigar store Indian that was antique. He gave me a whole bunch of Baccarat glass boxes. He gave me loads of stuff, and in that pile of stuff that he gave me these beads, and it came in a box, and it was just all tossed in. So his family member was probably an antiques dealer. So because there was everything in there that was like mostly antique and vintage items and good stuff, I might add. Okay, so in that pile was a bunch of these pieces of jewelry, vintage jewelry. And I really don't collect vintage jewelry. I'm really not interested in it. So for over a year and a half, it's been sitting in my closet. So I just took it out just now, and I was just looking it over, and I got my loop out, and I was checking some things out, and I know nothing whatsoever about any kind of vintage jewelry. So this nifty thing was in there, and now I just started collecting vintage and antique mirrors, and so I found this little beautiful little hand mirror in there. It has repousse. I believe this is Dutch. It may have came maybe. I guess I know nothing about geography, maybe Holland or something like that, maybe Copenhagen. And so, yeah, this is pretty cool. Look at that. It's in really, really good shape. And so that I think is silver. So we're going to do a test tonight. We're going to do a test. We're going to check to see which of these items may be silver, actually. This is really actually a unique piece. And so I never paid much mind to it. I told you I kept it in a box. And upon further investigation, I looked really close, and I think what this is Venetian. I believe this is Italian hand blown glass beads. I don't know if you can see the little canes in there, but these actually can go for quite a bit of money. People collect Venetian glass, especially the beads and the necklaces. So when I was doing further checking out of this item, I saw the catch, and I thought nothing of it, thought it was some cheap brass. And then when I flipped it over, I believe it says silver. And let's try to zoom in on that. And yeah, it looks like it says the word silver. Now, I don't know how this could be silver. I mean, the beads, next to the little pieces next to the glass beads look like it's brass. So this could be a silver and Venetian glass beaded necklace. Possibly maybe from the 30s or 40s. Don't know. If you know, write in the comments below. So then I was looking over some of these bracelets. And this is actually really cool. It's a stretchable bracelet with these little pearls. And I did like further investigation. Inside it said Japan. And I found out that this is a 1950s cha-cha bracelet. And during that time, like like when Ricky Ricardo and I Love Lucy was on, like a lot of Hispanic influences started to, like go around America, and they started doing a lot of Latin dances. And this bracelet would have been on a lady's uh, wrist, and she would dance, and like the little things would actually um, move about as she danced. So that's a cha-cha bracelet. Then I found this in the pile, and this is really, really weird looking. It's a pin, it has a pin closure, and I thought this was plastic. I honestly thought this was plastic or Bakelite. And it turns out it has a little cabochon right there in the center. And it turns out this is camel bone. So upon doing some googling, I found out that this is a camel bone bracelet. Don't know if it's Indian, Tibetan, or possibly Moroccan, but I'm going to do a little bit more research on that. But that's actually a cool bracelet. In that pile again was another Japanese cha-cha faux pearl bracelet. Let's try to, and you can see, look at that. Imagine dancing with that. That's a lot of fun. Then I found these, I don't know who we is. Don't mind me. I have split personality sometimes. I found this pile of rhinestone, uh, like costume jewelry bracelets. So we have these little costume jewelry. I have ruby, sapphire, and black rhinestones. Probably, my guess is probably from the 50s or the 60s. Don't know anything about jewelry, but it's just a guess. Then I saw this weird thing, and it's a huge, huge, huge beaded necklace, and it's really long. And if you look close, it looks like Czech beads, like Czechoslovakian faceted beads. But then these beads over here are, I think, plastic. So, or Bakelite, or I don't know if this is Bakelite, or maybe what's that other kind of plastic again? Celluloid. It's very lightweight. So, and then if you look on the end, you have these little shells. That is just weird. Could that be like tribal or maybe American Indian or something like that? But then why the Czech beads? Don't know. Maybe they traded with Czechoslovakia. Then I found this little ugly stick pin. Not too thrilled about it, but it's like a locket and it's a stick pin. No markings on it anywhere. Then I saw this really cool bracelet. I'm going to test. We're going to test that too. And I thought nothing of it. No markings on it whatsoever. It closes with a little pin, and thinking maybe it is a Moroccan bangle or Tibetan or Indian, but it could possibly be silver. So we're going to do a test on that. So we're going to start our pile, and we'll also check out this too if we can, because it's very hard. I don't want to like mess with it too much because the strands could come undone. Then I saw this in the pile. Um, this pair of earrings over here. Thought nothing of them. Thought they were tin, and they possibly could be silver as well. I believe Moroccan. You see that little wire design going around it. It has a little bit of enamel, and that usually is Moroccan, and that possibly could be unmarked silver. So these are dangles, and there you go. Let me try to pick them up. And so they dangle. Really, really nice. Let's put that in the pile I think could be silver. Yeah, no markings whatsoever. All right, there we go. This is really, really pretty. This necklace over here. This is something special. And it says on it has a label. Again, I think that guy must have been an antiques dealer. And it says faceted jet Czech. Yeah, I guess that means Czechoslovakia. And he has a price of, can't even see, my eyes are bad, $65 just for that one necklace. Don't know if that would sell for that much in today's day and age, because this guy must have been an antiques dealer back in the 80s or 70s or something like that. Don't know anything about selling these beads. If you know, do people buy these type of Czech beaded necklaces that are vintage? Would I probably get a price of $65 for it? Don't know. Here's another cool thing. I found this brooch, and it has a scarab beetle. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what that's made out of. I don't know if it's some kind of glass or bead of some sort, but I don't know if this is silver. It's not marked. And on the back, it has a very old sea catch, but I don't think this is antique. I really, really, really do not think this is an antique brooch, because if it was antique, it would have a little bit more patina to it. It's much too bright, if you can see that. It's way too clean to be really old. But I do know in the 1930s, there was a Czechoslovakian company. I forgot the name of the jewelry maker, but he made costume jewelry. And he used a lot of scarab beetles like this in his jewelry making. All right, next, I really like this one. This is actually really unique. And this is a pendant, and it's a swivel pendant. And it does have a marking on the top. I think it says CS. Don't know what that means. But we have like some kind of stone in the center that looks like it could be, oh God, what do they call those stones again? Agate. I believe it's an agate. Agate? I can never say that right. And on the other side is a mirror. And so this pendant has a swivel thing with a mirror. Really cool. Maybe we'll test it and see if it's silver. We'll put that in that pile. And then we have a bracelet with agates as well. Um, this one is actually, let's get that out. There you go. It has a very many different banded agates going through it in different sizes. Now, trying to date these things is hard. Sometimes you can tell by the catches. This has a dog clip catch, so I don't know how old it is. Now, I turned it over, and there is absolutely zero markings on it. So maybe we'll test it. We'll see if it's silver. So we'll put that in our silver pile. And this thing, have no clue whatsoever. This thing just opens up like that. And I don't know what, like, function or, like purpose it has. Don't know. We have these clip-on earrings with Aurora Borealis beads. And I heard something about the Aurora Borealis style beads came in style in the 50s and after. So I guess that gives us like some kind of dating advice on the age of this. Okay. So I'm just going to put that over there. Then I found this weird thing. Look at the size of these beads. And they appear to be glass. Unless, could they be amber? I don't know. Does anybody know? They're heavy. They're really heavy. They have weight to them. I don't know. Amber? Hmm. And then on the other end, we have, again, two more beads just like it. It feels like glass or amber. And there's no closure on it. And it has a really, really, really long chain. Let me try to pick this up. I mean, long. And I don't know, how would you wear something like this? I don't know what the heck that is. And last but not least, there was a bunch of buttons. And one of them is a Moroccan button. And I don't know the date of that. It says, excuse me, it says 5 francs. And it's a Maroc. And I don't know how old this is at all. If you know, if you can read Moroccan, I would appreciate that. And then again, we have another coin, and it's dated 1945, and it looks like it's a Canadian coin. We have King George, and again, it's dated 1945, and it's 10 cents. So that is cool. All right. And then we got these buttons, and I had no clue what these buttons, like the letters on these buttons meant. And it has BB. And at first I thought Civil War buttons. And I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. I just found a whole bunch of Civil War buttons. It turns out it's Bill Blass blazer buttons. Wah, 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 wah. And we got quite a few of them. And then on top of it, we have these buttons, and they have initials in them. And I don't know if they're silver. I doubt it. But it looks like DVH, perhaps. But they come in different sizes, but they're all monogrammed, DVH. And they have no markings on the back. All right, so let's do a silver test. So let's have our pile over here. We got a bunch of things to test now. And I'm going to get out the fluid and we'll get started. And I forgot to show you my favorite item from the group. And it's this purse. This thing is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Look at the top closure. It has like a shell with rhinestones going all throughout it. This thing is literally covered in beads. Look how it sparkles. And when you open it up, it's really, really cool. Let me get this open if I can. Oh my goodness. I am a schmuck. I can't get a purse open. Oh, here we go. All right, so when you open it up, and look how that glistens and sparkles. It says Saks Fifth Avenue. So this was an expensive purse of its time, Saks Fifth Avenue. And it looks vintage, probably 50s, I don't know, 60s. Who knows? If you know, write it in the comments below. All right, let's get the fluid out and let's have some fun and do some tests. Okay, so I got various different fluids from Amazon for like under 10 bucks, and it was supposed to come with a stone. And yeah, this tiny little thing. By the way, if you're doing this, always wear gloves. And it came shattered. And so I can only use like certain parts of the stone to test. You can test with silver, sterling silver testing acid, and I'll show you what that looks like. And it is like a brownish color. And if it turns red, it's silver. If it's brown, it's like a lower grade of silver. But that is always too hard of a test for me. So I use 18 karat fluid. And by using the 18 karat fluid, what happens is that if it turns a bluish, milky white, it means it's silver. So that's what I'm going to do. So what you do is you just take part of the bracelet or whatever thing you're testing and just scrape it across the stone. And I want to get like a thicker area. And I'm trying to get like a lot of it on there. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to test it. We're going to put the acid and we're going to see if that bracelet is silver. And the answer is no. You see how immediately it just like the streak is gone? Okay, that means it is not silver. Okay, one down. All right, next I have the earring. And I don't like wearing these things down, but what could you do? All right, let's check it out. I highly doubt this is silver. And let's see. Let's see what we got here. And the answer is, let's see. Sometimes you can see the streak in there. Sometimes you got to wait, like, a few seconds for a reaction. Let's zoom in. And what do we see? Nope. I mean, you do see a little bit of milkiness in the center. Let me just try actually having the acid flow down. And the answer is, I'm going to say no. Yeah, I'm going to say no. Unless, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let me just make a thicker, wider area. There we go. And let's go like that. We'll let it drip down in there. Yeah, no, it disappeared. Okay, next. So that beaded necklace said silver on the clasp, right? Let's see if they're liars. I want to make a thick, thick, thick strip. Okay, let's see. All right, you ready? Okay. It's silver. You see that reaction? See how it's turning bluish milky? Okay, so wow, we got silver. Awesome. All right, let's check out the other ones. All right, so it's button time. And I highly doubt this, so it's probably just some kind of alloy, non-precious alloy. All right, you ready? All right, let's see. If those buttons are silver, I'll be like, holy cow. And wait a minute, might be silver. I mean, I could still see something through it. Nah, I don't think it's silver. Let me just do another spot and I'll have the solution drip down. Do like really thick strip. There we go. It could be a very low grade of silver because I could still see something through there. Or it could be silver plated. Possibly silver plated because the other ones just completely disappeared, but you see something in there. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it's silver, but possibly silver plated. Next, we'll go with the mirror, which I highly doubt is silver. If that was silver, I mean, this is really heavy. It would be like a total miracle. All right, let's check it out. That is silver. Holy cow, that mirror is completely silver. You see that? You see that reaction? How it's turning milky, almost blue? This is a silver mirror, guys. I mean, this thing has a lot of weight to it. Oh my God. All right, awesome. Look at that. It's still there. It didn't disappear. Okay, so far we have two pieces of silver. Next, I'm going to go with the pendant that is double-sided. If it's not marked silver, most likely, since it's contemporary, most likely it is definitely not silver. Um, yeah, this one is really hard to scratch across the stone. It's probably chrome or something. All right, let's see. Let us see. Wait a minute. It might be silver. That might be silver. I mean, it didn't get as pearlized as the other, but hold on a second. Could that really be silver? I mean, it didn't disappear. Then maybe it's white gold? What the hell? Wait, no way. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to go over here with it. Like, make it thick as I can type of thing. All right. That is silver. I mean, I'm no expert, but yeah, that's got to be silver. I wonder what it would read if it was gold. Let's see. That's 18 karat. I mean, if it was gold and it disappears, then it's not gold. But yeah, this has got to be silver. Holy cow, no way. This might be really old. It says CS. Could that mean something silver? CS. Something, maybe it stands for something silver. Holy cow. All right. So far, we're doing good here. I think I just figured out the mystery of what CS stands for. Coin silver. So that means it's 800 silver. That means it was a melted coin. Um, Usually coin silver, of course, is a melted coin. And usually coin silver is German. So this is very interesting to me. So it's a lower grade of silver. It's not sterling, but yeah, that's coin silver. All right, so we got so far 3 items that turned out to be silver. Let's check out the next. We'll try the agate bracelet, which I highly do not, I highly suspect it's not silver. But you never know, right? We're seeing a lot of things that really aren't marked that are turning into silver. I'm trying to get a lot of this rubbed onto here. All right, there we go. Let's get our fluid. And let's see, what do we got? I mean, we got something in there, but I don't think it's silver. I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't look like silver to me. You would still see those lines that I drew. Yeah, you would definitely still see a line that I drew under there. It would still be glowing. Okay, next, let's check the other things out. Last but not least, we'll try the camel bone. I really doubt this. It looks like brass, but hey, you never know. All right, so this is the camel bone bangle. And a lot of these foreign things generally sometimes can be silver. And, there was no laws for them to be marked, so. And immediately, It disappears under there. Let's just let this drip down a little. And no, it's not silver. Okay, so we had fun. We found a bunch of things, and it was interesting to try out the little experiment with the 18 karat gold fluid. And there we go. So we got a bunch of bangles and baubles and all sorts of things and buttons and purses and beads. And so now we know that actually, yeah, this is even silver. So this is actually probably one of the most expensive things in the pile. That the mirror, no, actually, these are actually decent. A decent find. We got also that Saks Fifth Avenue purse, which I absolutely love. This thing is just stunning. I could probably get like 50 to 150 bucks or something like this with the right buyer. Unfortunately, I no longer have an Etsy shop. They shut me down due to the fact I wouldn't give them my social security number. After 9 years of doing business with them with 100% feedback, I was like, there's no way I'm giving them my personal information like that, my social security number, after they had loads of data breaches and what have you. Yeah, I'm not that stupid. So they actually froze my store, and nobody can actually see any of my items anymore. They're hidden in a little Etsy back store room. And so, yeah, so I have a booth at an antique shop. I still have it. I actually use it for storage. A storage facility would charge like 250 a month in my area. So I pay about 200 to have a booth. And I just put stuff that I would use, put in a storage unit in there. And if people buy it, they buy it. So now I'm going to put a bunch of tags on these things, put it in my antique shop here on Long Island, and hopefully they will sell. If you know what any of the other items are, like this, is this like some kind of amber or something? Let me know in the comments below. If you know if this is American Indian or maybe Moroccan or Tibetan or something like that, I would love to know. Maybe it's African. Who knows? So your comments are welcome, and I'm looking forward to them. Thanks for watching, and so long.